Rugbytown, USA. A place in the USA Rugby Men's Club Championship is on the line as Glendale host Palmer in the second semi-final from Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. USA Rugbytown, here we are in Glendale, Colorado at Infinity Park. My name is Johnny Cox. Next to me is Brian Vizard, former USA Eagles captain. We have a fantastic semi-final here to look forward to. We have Glendale hosting Palmer. Now, Palmer, what do you think their chances are in this game?
Well, I think they're good. This is their third straight trip to the D1 Final Four. They failed in their first two attempts, but this year they think it's their year. They came into the playoff as a Midwest #1 seed. Then they defeated Norfolk 57-10 in the round of 32. Then defeated league rivals the Chicago Lions 19-15 in the quarterfinals on a late try by player coach Luke Stringer. Keys today, take care of the ball. They lost too much ball in the Lions match. They know Glendale has the weapons. They got to keep it away from them. They also gave away too many penalties. They need their discipline. He also wants his team to play with belief and confidence, you know, and they've been here 3 times now. They should have all the belief they need, and I think it's going to be a very good contest by Palmer today.
Yeah, now they face Glendale. Glendale are the local team. They're also the reigning championship. Now, why would I not look past them? Well, why would I look past them?
Glendale's coming in a little bit banged up this year, and again, but they're optimistic they can defend their crown. They're going to be without Atta Malifa, Nick Johnson, Ryan Chapman, Mike Kenyon, but again, Mark Bullock thinks they have enough weaponry. They were the #1 seed in the West. They cruised through the playoffs so far. They beat a very physical Santa Monica team 50-19, then took care of the Austin Blacks 59-10, and keys for them, make their first up tackles. Palmer has some big boys. They need to bring them down. Bullock also wants his team to contest the set pieces so Palmer doesn't have the platform to set their attack. He also wants his team to reduce the turnovers. Glendale has a lot of strike power in the back, but if they don't have the ball in hand, they can't score. I think this game's going to be a real good one, Johnny. Well,
Glendale have certainly put down some really good numbers on the way to here. We'll be back after this break for all the action in the first half. We'll see you then.
Today's match from Rugbytown, USA is brought to you by DTC Signs and Graphics. Your image is everything. Let DTC Signs and Graphics make your company look great. Greater Glendale Chamber of Commerce, thank you for supporting business in the Glendale area. La Quinta Inn and Suites. Wake up on the bright side, www.lq.com. And by Wells Fargo. For over 150 years, our customers have counted on our strength and stability. Wells Fargo Bank.
When a beer tastes both refreshing and flavorful, there are some reactions you can't control. And some you can. Please drink responsibly.
Another billionaire is broke. C. Montgomery Burns has lost his entire fortune.
Coke.
The new place is perfect, or at least it will be, with a little help from Dex. In the book or at DexKnows.com. Dex can help you get results fast and deliver the best local advice so you can get it done right here, right now.
We should do this more often.
Dex, results for the here and now.
There's always something new on Applebee's 2 for $20 menu.
Over there, that's Mike. We call him the Comeback Kid. He and his buddies, they're always coming back to Applebee's.
Right now, it's the jazzed up flavors of Bourbon Street. Get 1 appetizer and 2 entrees for just $20. Like our totally inspired Bourbon Street chicken and shrimp loaded with Cajun flavor on a sizzling skillet, or our tender new blackened chicken penne.
We love it when our neighbors come back, so we're always giving them a reason to.
2 for $20 now with the flavors of Bourbon Street. Only at Applebee's. Now serving half-price appetizers late night.
What happens when a beer tastes both refreshing and flavorful? Guinness Black Lager. Taste it, believe it.
Andre Sneeman. All right, fans, it's that time. Please stand and give a warm welcome to Palmer Chiropractic RFC and Glendale RFC. Welcome to Infinity Park.
Back to Rugbytown, USA. We are here for the second semi-final. It's from Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. The game, the semi-final we are looking at is Glendale versus Palmer. Here with Brian Vizard.
Yeah, Johnny, I think it's going to be a real big battle today, especially in the back rows, because this Palmer College side has a very talented back row, Augie Manilek, James Fitzgerald, Ryan Duclas, and it's going to be a reshuffled back row for Glendale. It's not even their starting back row. Colby Knepp comes in at 6. Spencer Scott, he's an open sider, a genuine one. He's going to be a key today, and Clint Camp comes in at number 8 to replace the injured Nick Johnson. So look for a big battle in that back row today.
So the two teams lining up, ready for the national anthems. In front of the main grandstand here at Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. This beautiful purpose-built stadium. And as we go down to the field for the national anthem. Good local crowd coming through the gate here at Infinity Park in Colorado for this second semi-final. Glendale taking on Palmer. Just a few moments away now from kickoff as we go through the lineups.
And you got to love the name Nick Bigrig as a second row for this Palmer side. And Lionel Bassett, he's going to be teamed with him. And again, Luke Stringer is the player coach of this squad. Chad London, the fly half. Mike Junk, look for him to make some big, powerful runs through the center of this Glendale defense. And Daniel Fitch is the backstop at 15. And again, head coach Luke Stringer. And for Glendale, Stan Moali has been playing outstanding rugby this year at the hooker or blindside flank position. Look for him to have a big game as usual. Matt Dubeck, he's key in the lineouts. Daryl Furlong has been outstanding. Nessim Alifa captains the squad today. Dewan Reed gets better with age, and James Patterson scored 45 points in one game earlier this year. He can explode anywhere on the field. And Glendale coached by Mark Bullock.
So the referee for today's semi-final is Davey Ardrey, national panel referee for the USA Rugby. Just looking here at the Glendale forwards, readying themselves for battle. Very keen, very up for it. He's impressed with the size of the Palmer squad as well. They look big. The two assistant referees are Derek Summers and Tom Coburn. It's Coach Mark Bullock there of the Glendale side. Been in charge now for quite a period of time. Certainly put his stamp on this squad. How are they going to perform? Glendale will be wearing blue and white, and Palmer in the purple to the right of your screen.
Palmer captain.
Just checking.
Derek. Doctor.
Right, we're ready to go.
When you're ready, Nessie.
Nesse Malifa gets us underway. A towering kick just outside the 22. Taken well by Palmer College. It was Lionel Basset. Takes that in beautifully.
Step here.
Little box kick there from Luke Stringer. Hasn't found touch. Bearing down on him. A little high in the shot. I thought bounces off well. Great play there from the Glendale recipient of that football.
Yeah, I think that was Clint Camp, the number 8. He did well to stay on his feet.
Upway tackler.
And a good intense start to this game. Tackler not rolling away.
Number 1 away.
Just a nice, strong start from Glendale. With the pressure on at the kickoff. And bouncing out of that tackle to receive the penalty. So Nesse Malifa will kick for touch. Long time USA Rugby 15 Eagles number 10. He finds touch. And we're going to cross down to Dallin Stanford on the sideline just to check the conditions.
Yeah, thanks, Johnny. And I tell you what, it's a beautiful evening here, Johnny, down at the pitch side. We had lightning earlier and a bit of rain, but it's clear skies, a little bit of a swirling wind, which the teams will have to contest with at line-out and kick time. But otherwise, we're good to go. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Dallin. First line out here for Glendale. Didn't look straight to me and was called as such.
And again,
out,
Dallin mentioned the wind and had already played havoc on that long throw to the back of the line. Stan Molly's throw just a little off center. It's going to be a Palmer early break here for the scrum at the 22.
And the first 10 minutes of action are brought to you by Wells Fargo. For over 150 years, our customers have counted on our strength and stability at Wells Fargo Bank. First scrum, fed by Palmer. By Stringer, the halfback and coach picked up by the number 8. Dances, offloads to his open side breakaway. It's James Fitzgerald. He captains the team on the field. Stringer clears now. They look to run it out of their own 22. That's the big man in midfield that Brian Vizard was talking about in the pre-game.
Taken back.
Hacked away by Palmer downfield. One bounce and into the hands of James Patterson. Little switch, gives it, lovely. Uses his wing away, it's his outside centre in fact on the wing. Goes a little dink ahead. It's well stopped by Palmer, but enterprising play from Glendale. Not only did it look threatening, but it looked organised, Viz.
Yeah, and Justin Siegel has been having an outstanding year, number 13 for Glendale. He tried a little chip through because he knew that James Patterson was running clear. It just didn't
good hurry up.
I
was going to say, a good hurry-up play from them.
That's 2 in a row.
And a good point there from the tight head prop. A thinking man tight head prop, Chad Slavey, pointing out that perhaps the numbers weren't there first.
Yeah, Max, numbers are fine.
Numbers are fine, the ref says, as we hear. So we play on. Some big scrums.
Crouch.
Big, powerful men up front there, Viz.
Yeah, this is a big forward pack by Palmer. They got some big men in that tight 8. They get the early shun here. Nice, stable platform.
8-9 feed. As they go, a little show and go, and it's the big man, number 12 for Palmer, hitting it up.
Make sure you
Mike
stay
Junk,
up, please.
slightly slow there in that ruck. Palmer getting organised for a pick and go. They do. They go to right. It was messy.
No.
And yes.
All off your feet, straight down.
And there it is. Wasn't a great pick and go executed by Lionel Basset.
Yeah, mate. Poles.
And they're going to go for goal. Off the feet of the right,
2
the support
phases
player.
before
Let's listen to the
13
ref
went
explain.
straight down, and then the first 2 forward straight down. They gave you an option.
So they gave them the benefit of the doubt in the first instance, and they couldn't improve their play, so they penalised them. So forgiving refereeing there.
And here's Siegel again. He's been spot on. They got some talented kickers in here. Malifa they could use. James Patterson, again, 45 points he had earlier this year. Kicked 10 conversions in that game, scored 5 tries. So he's a definite threat. But Justin Siegel has definitely earned the right, or Tyler Siegel rather, definitely earned the right to kick his shots at goal.
Nice kick, nice start, confident start from Tyler Siegel. And that's the way you want to start a playoff game. Exert pressure, get a penalty, kick it. 3-0 Glendale. It's Palmer College. Come back to halfway.
And again, third straight trip to the Final Four for this team out of Iowa. A long tradition of rugby excellence.
It's good kick into that tough corner to get out of, but well taken up there by the second row from Glendale, Doug Graves. Busted through one. Little start-up play here. It's their open side taking it on. Spencer Scott, well presented. Getting pretty good ruck ball. Malifa now with the ball in his hands, moves it. And that's Siegel, I think, the point scorer from the penalty, taking it on, wrestling through a few. They are making yards, not many. Come around the corner with the big guys. And it's Slaby taking the ball, going through the phases. I think it's a turnover. It is. What can they do with it? Stringer moves it one pass. It's the second row now with the ball. Steps off his right. Marks through one. He's isolated. Malifa's on it. Is that a turnover again? It is. Great play.
Number 10's on his feet. Yeah, number 10.
Fantastic play by Nessie Malifa. You heard the referee said number 10 was on his feet contesting for that ball, and the Palmer College player was not releasing it. It's a good play by the fly half.
Well, Dallin, you know Nessie Malifa well from the USA Sevens days. That was a great turnover play from him in that ruck. Oh, has he found touch? No, they have not. We'll come back to you on that, Dallin. Give us a moment. Palmer moving the ball, bit of width. It was an odd pass. It was well taken though by Junk as he sets the play. They go to short side with Stringer. He's threatening, little bounce, offload to the number 8. Nice little pass out the back door. That's Scott King moving infield. He stays on his feet again, well supported by the blind side. You see them staying on their feet there, which is different. Good angled play. Excellent play there from the forwards coming in en masse. Looks like a strong team. This Palmer well organised again. Junk steps off his right, takes a couple, he's a handful. Stringer coming around the corner, that's his game, you can tell. Well tackled out there. Little turnover, good, and he's away. Oh, whistle's gone. Everyone stood still. What are we saying? Got a little bit of advice from his touch judge there, I think, the referee. And there's a little knock on in the tackle there from the Glendale player. Just a little knock, as he explained. So we'll go back to that point, Dallin. Nessie Malifa, number 10 for Glendale, very influential player. Good turnover. Don't think we're hearing Dallin now, but that's okay. We'll continue on.
And Johnny, I really like the way that Palmer's using Mike Junk. We expected it. He's just a powerful runner in that Scott Gibbs mold from the old Welsh days, and we know how effective they used him. But Junk would look for him to soften up this Glendale defense.
Palmer moving the ball wide. Malifa making a scrag tackle, and there's Glendale all over it. It's quite a good contest, and actually I think that the Glendale Sevens, Spencer Scott, will be disappointed he didn't get the turnover, and here's his opposite number now, James Fitzgerald, the captain of Glendale, of Palmer taking it on, and that's the blind side, Augie Manelik. They move it, Stringer, he likes to go himself, I tell you what, don't take your eyes off him, hands off, goes wide now, good width, a little bounce pass, went in, bisected them in fact, Viz.
Well, they had an opportunity out there. Looked like a 3-on-1, maybe 3-on-2.
Good hustling D here from Glendale. Try to get the toe to it. The loose head prop. Pieter Bota. And it is a turnover now from Glendale. If they can move it, they might have a bit of space on the outside. But no, they take it up with their forwards. Good driving play. Strong over the ball, Palmer. Referee talking hard. It's a good context. Yes, I thought as much. Hands in the ruck. It was a good contest. Don't use your hands in there. Use your feet. I tell you what, it was a great play there from the tight head prop Don LaRue from Palmer.
Yeah, I think it's called Stan Moali possibly with hands in. And you see a part of the crowd here at Glendale. Lots of kids, as they always do, encourage the families to come out here and enjoy a night of rugby.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day here at Infinity Park. I was down sideline. There are a lot of... we watch the replay here.
Let's see if we can take a look at it. Yeah, it's not the best angle. There's Moali right there. I think there is where he called Moali reaching in. You could see number 2 reach in and the referee right there.
Yeah, Ned does not use his hand to drive over the ball, or if it's static, just use your feet to rake it back. But sometimes it's in front of you. You want to put your hand on it.
Yeah, sure.
First shot at goal for Palmer College. It's Chad London. And a Johannesburg. Struggled with a hamstring injury. Seems to hit that pretty nice. It's just faded. He's unsuccessful. So we go for 22 here. Bit of a slugfest early on.
Yeah, I think Palmer's had the better of the exchanges so far. A little quicker to the breakdowns.
Malifa to restart the game from the 22 from that failed penalty attempt. Just making sure everyone's on side. Then he drills deep. Let it bounce. Palmer with possession. It's Junk. Beats one. Runs in traffic. It's good support there from his forwards. Takes easy yards. Good line. Good running angle there from the Palmer forwards. It was the hooker, Jacob Myers, taking it on.
Oh, he did well hanging on to that pass.
Stringer moves. That's the 10. Looking for a bit of work. Nice from Chad London. Looking for the tough stuff. Stringer now. Steps. Takes on himself. Slightly isolated. His back row arrives. But it's a turnover. Good hands in there. It was a great turnover from Spencer Scott. Malifa sees no one at home. Drills it in behind. It's a foot race now. Who's going to get there? He plays it cool. It sits up for the 15. And that's Patterson. Well, well, well. What a turnaround. One small mistake from Palmer. And kudos for Nesse Malifa. And I can see him in backfield clenching and punching his fist, and that's James Patterson's first try for today. It's the first try of the match. He saw the gap in behind, just dipped it in. And this here, we've got Stringer taking it to the line. I said he got just a little bit isolated here. It's actually a really nice turnover there from Glendale. They do the right thing for the turnover ball, which is move it 2 passes. Malifa sees the hole in behind. And here go the jet shoes from the Glendale attackers. It was well pushed on by Max Statler, and it's set up nicely for Patterson. And he strolls in to score the first try of the game.
Yeah, Johnny, just a vision of Nessie Malifa. Put it on the left foot, just a delicate kick, and Statler as fast as you like, right onto it like a hot curry.
Well, I was surprised that Patterson stayed up with Statler, because Statler, I think, is the fastest guy in this team, and Patterson was stride for stride for him, or with him.
It's good from Statler, though. He didn't panic.
Right.
He didn't set up quite rightly for him. He just let it knock off his foot, and whoever shot at goal. Unfortunately, it's unsuccessful. So Glendale 8, lead Palmer 0 with 12.5 minutes gone on the clock.
And again, a try against the run of play. I like the way Stringer's taking his chances. He's finding a little bit of gaps in his Glendale defense, but I think it was a good play by Spencer Scott that ripped that ball free, that allowed Nessie to spot that nobody back on that Palmer defense.
Stringer now. Back off. First half, down 8-0. Another good kick in that difficult corner. It's well taken by Matt Dubek. He takes the ball in. It's getting organised. Using their forwards. Now it's the blind side. That's Colby Knapp. He's being held up, but he gets the deck well. Need a good clean out here. Slow ball though. They're going to use their forwards again? They are. Again, a little one out in the running department, but now the cavalry arrives. They clear the ball, they keep going the same way. It's the big number 12 there, I think it is, for Glendale. Justin Punga takes it in. Recycled again. Glendale patient. It's not quick ball. Little dummy from the halfback, but he's wrapped up. Glendale arrives. Patterson now playing halfback. Again, they use their forwards. This is the 7, Spencer Scott, moving infield. A slightly better ball. Patterson running across the field, isolated. Malifa arrives, but has he arrived in time? He hasn't. Turnover, Palmer. Can they do something with it? Stringer with the ball. Oh, they're coming back. Oh, my word.
Oh, hands in.
From the assistant referee, hands in the
From
ruck.
the assistant referee, hands in the ruck.
Hands in the ruck.
I thought Patterson had made a very foolish error in running directly across the field with no support. Seemed isolated to me. But as the ref has pointed out, it's hands in the ruck.
Yeah, Nessie Malifa tried to get there in time to secure that ruck. And it looked like that ball was squirting free to Palmer, but they said, yeah, hands in. We should get a good look at it here on replay as Nessie clears it into about the 10-meter line.
Yeah, that's a nice kick from Malifa.
Yep.
And here it is. This is Patterson running across the deck.
All alone, 3 Palmer players all around him. There's Nessie arriving. Boy, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Well, oh, there it is.
And there, well,
Boy,
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know either. Well, definitely hands in the ruck, but you would have to say in the first instance that the defensive player was there, the Palmer player was there, and his hands on the ball, had every right to it.
Yep.
Good line out from Glendale. They move it now. Malifa with his hands running at the line. Takes the first run. He gets over the gain line, gets his forwards moving in that positive direction. Slightly slow ball. Oh, poor pass from the halfback at Siegel. Tries to shuffle out of tackle. Doesn't. Isolated. But they've managed to recycle it. Not a pretty set of phases there from Glendale. Now they're one-off runners. A nice step there from Stan Miley. They recycle it now. Malifa with the ball. Nice ball. And that's Patterson running through a hole. Steps off his right. Beats another. Beats 2. In a space. Has he got support? It's a long pass out there to Statler. Foot race for the corner. Can he get there? Turns it back inside. And that's Palmer with the ball. It's Junk, I think, who's received it. Can they recycle? Lovely break from Patterson. Beautifully weighted pass from Malifa to put him away. Palmer now. Stringer. Box kick. In a touch. No advantage from the knock on initially. So we'll have a scrum down about 7 metres from the Palmer line. Nice move in the backs there, Talon.
Yeah, Johnny, I got a good look at James Patterson at the Rugby World Cup. I was there with him as a media person, and a real talented footballer. We see the replay here. Nessie with a cut-out pass. Patterson off the right foot twice in a row. Excellent step. Just wrong footing the defenders, and then has a vision to find his wing outside. Statler had to stop and then try to turn on the burners. Solid defense in the end there to stop him.
And today's instant replays are brought to you by Alpha Graphics. Increase your reach.
But Patterson hasn't been healthy last year, but he is this year, so that's a key factor. And we'll see how he gets on the rest of this game.
Palmer scrum. Number 8 dishing off in a dangerous area. Shows some panache. It's a good kick from Stringer, but they play on quickly. Patterson now again with the ball in hand. Looks to kick, but goes wide. Goes wide to number 14, Dewan Reed. Reed, loose pass out to Siegel, I think it is now. Siegel with the ball in traffic. But good support from the backs, good rucking from the backs. Nicely weighted pass. Patterson looks again, finds the number 8, busts out of 1. Can he keep in field? He can. That's Clint Camp. Well done. Good pickup from the tight head prop, Chad Slavey.
Like you're picking up a cheeseburger off the ground there.
picking up 2.
No debate. No discussion, no debate.
No discussion, no debate. Wouldn't go down well in this commentary box. Hey?
Yeah, that was a heads-up play by Clint Camp, though. Really had great field awareness. He was getting dragged into the touch, and he did well to stay in field, earn that penalty for Glendale. Nice hands by Chad Slavey, former USU 20 player. He's in the Eagle Pool. Nice hands by the big prop. And there's the call. London goes down. Yep, hands in. Just going straight down. Yep.
And the next 10 minutes of action are brought to you by XL Energy. XL Energy, responsiblemynature.com.
So I wonder how this kick's going to go here for Tyler Siegel. He missed one before. Not much wind down there right now, as the left foot kicker lines this one up. And again, he sliced it to the left-hand side there, Johnny.
Yeah, unfortunate. I'm sure he'll have to think about how he addresses the ball and his follow-through. So, Palmer. Looking for a restart here from the 22. It's going to be Stringer again. He drives it deep. Patterson lets it bounce. Looks up, moves the ball infield to Malifa. Nesse Malifa with the ball. Eyes up his options. Decides a midfield high kick, which they let bounce. Poor decision from Palmer. Taps it on. Tell you what, got away with it. Stringer now with the ball. Likes the contact, Mr. Stringer. Good defence from Glendale. Is he releasing? He has. They recycle. They recycle now. It's the 15, I think it is, there from Palmer. Daniel Fitch kicking to the corner. And
number 2, blue.
It's a penalty there for not releasing in the tackle from the Glendale hooker, Stan
2 blue,
Miley.
no release and holding.
Yeah, Johnny, that was danger time though. Letting the ball bounce is a cardinal error, especially at the back three.
You've got to
need to see a clear release too.
Really need to make sure that you secure possession in those situations, so you take the time away from the defensive player, so you have time to decide your options. If you let the ball bounce, it's an elliptical shaped ball, it can go anywhere. But a nice touch finder there from Palmer. They find themselves on the Glendale 22. They'll have a line out. What can they construct here?
Well, they've done well in the forward play so far. I think they're winning the engagements. Stan Wally having a poor start for Glendale. 2 penalties, already 2 bad throws. And Palmer here, good attacking position. They have to take advantage of these opportunities down deep in this Glendale half. So far they've gotten down here 2 or 3 times, but costly turnovers have kept them out of the scoring range.
Nice line out off the top. Moves it quickly to Junk, straight off the halfback. He takes it on. Malifa holds his ground. Good tackle from the small number 10. Stringer uses his feet to get the ball away. That's London using the big prop there. Don LaRue takes it 2 or 3 with him. Stringer again at halfback. Moves it, 1 pass with London. He takes contact. They're driving in. Yeah, there's a good warning there for the referee on 15. I felt he came off his feet. Pick and go from the number 6, the blind side. That's Augie Manelli. Good play from him. But it is slow ball. That's the number 8, Ryan Duclas. Duclas is caught there. They recycle the ball again. They look a bit flat in attack to me. Chad London back inside to the big man LaRue. He's a handful. Takes 2 or 3. This is cricket ball. What will they do with it? Stringer, London has a look. Goes himself. Can't get through the half gap. They seem to have secured the ball. Stringer now looking at his options. Goes wide to the second row. Another good tackle from Malifa. Slightly isolated, but they've recycled the ball well. Stringer coming back the other way now. Don't seem to have a huge amount of creative options, Brian.
No, but they're doing well. They're getting down there. They're only a yard out. I'd say stay with the forwards and Mike Junk.
Stringer again. London to number 8. Bang, hit midfield. Are they going to hold him up? Number 8 from Glendale doing a great job. Got his hands on it. Call from the ref's going to come here. Going to be important. Glendale driving over. Good counter-rucking. Great defence. I think they've won it. They've won it. I think they have. And it's going to be a scrum.
You're there, counter-ruck. Go and get
to Glendale. There's going to be a blood bin.
Going forward. Counter-ruck's good, mate. No worries.
Is it? I thought you mentioned there might be a blood bin there. Yeah, we've got some claret there coming from the number 8, Ryan Duclas, who's going to have to be attended to. Very good defence there, Brian, from Glendale, you have to say.
Fantastic defence by this Glendale side. They are not, they're bending a little bit, but this Palmer College side so far has not been able to penetrate. But I got to give my credit to Palmer. I think they're doing well in the forwards. I think they're taking it to this Glendale side. They're being the aggressor so far in the breakdown area, and I think if they keep it up, they're going to get rewarded here.
Yeah, their fly, if I notice, Chad London stands pretty flat, and so it's really tough to defend that. And at any moment, I think they're going to bust through somewhere.
Well, plus they're coming in on those rock balls off angles. I mean, it's very tough to defend. They're doing a good job in that area of play.
It's Matt Walker, I believe, that is on now for Ryan Duclas for a blood bin. He's being attended to on the sideline. Duclas packing in the number 8 position. Good scrum. Good strong scrum. Taken off the back there by Clint Camp. And he's lost the ball. Did it go back? No, it went forward. Knocked forward.
Heck of a play by Stringer. He had a little bit of help, but good play by the little scrum half.
Well,
yeah, that's a challenge. That's a little bit of a gamble. It's a little bit of a gamble from Clint Camp. He ran away from any kind of support down deep in his own end.
Well, he ran wide.
Yeah, Fitzgerald and Stringer both combined to thwart that effort by Camp.
I don't have a problem with the number 8 taking off the base and trying to get you a couple of metres, but you must look after the football. Palmer moves the ball. London. Options to no one, to nobody, but cleaned up out on the wing there. Palmer recycled the ball, still in possession.
Boy, there's a huge gap in that Glendale defense just then. If the pass would have connected.
Oof, Malifa bouncing off the 7, James Fitzgerald, and captain of his Palmer side. Stringer goes to short side with London. London misses out Junk, goes to the wing. Tackle there, good ruck. Stringer goes, sees a little hole. Is he? No. Caught. Well tackled. Can he get it back? I think he can. I can see the ball at the back of the ruck there. Forward's going to take it on. They are. It's the captain. James Fitzgerald very close to the line. They're a yard away now. Pick and go from the blind side. Has he got there? I don't think he has. They recycle again. Has he got it down? I think he might have knocked it on. He has. Dear me. White line fever from Jacob Myers, and he's made to pay.
That's where you have to have patience. You have to make sure that you're going to find that try line. And Jacob Myers almost had it, but once again, good desperate defense by Glendale. Let's see if we can see Myers. There it is, right at the end. He's got the ball there. Tried to do it all himself, and there was a knock on just before he touched down. Stan Mawali was in there.
Yep, telling the referee as well.
Crouch. Touch.
A lot of pressure on Glendale last 5 minutes.
A lot of pressure on the scrum here.
Oh, great scrum. Well picked up though. That's the number 8. Little short no-look pass to Justin Ponga.
No hands.
No support from Glendale. The forwards on the floor from that tough scrum. Comes out of the line, Patterson. I tell you what, he had to make that tackle and he did. Good spot tackle from Patterson on Junk. Caused the knock on. Well done, good vision for the game.
Boy, he was just flying up. It was a good thing he made that,
he had to.
That play too, or else it would have been a 3-on-1, 4-on-1 out wide for Palmer.
It was all or nothing. He comes flying out of the line.
I made sure he wasn't offside.
We have a scrum now again. More pressure on this Glendale scrum. We're seeing a bit of pressure on the Lucette side, on Peter Boerter's side. He's a South African boy, played in the Sharks Academy. But he's under the pump here from Don LaRue. See how he handles this.
Touch. Pause. Engage. Stay there.
You see him coming up. He's coming up under that pressure. He managed to succeed. Malifa. Torpedo punt. Lovely kick. Just optimal distance for the strength of that kick, and he's taken it just past the 10-metre line, about 8 metres from halfway.
Johnny, we were talking about Nessie a little earlier, and one of the most talented rugby players here in the States. But I tell you what, he's kicking boot. When he's on, then his team wins.
That was a huge kick by Nessie Malifa. Again, as a forward, I mean, a pressure relieving kick like that, gaining 40 meters downfield when you've been under the gun for the last 5 or 10 minutes. I mean, that is a vital kick by Nessie.
And they were creaking. There's no question they were creaking, and they got through it. And that could be critical at 8-0. Good contest in the lineup, but Palmer win it. They move the ball in field. London to jump. Little wrap around with London. And then he dinks it over the top. Not a bad option.
Oh, lovely.
Not sure that was his intention. I think he wanted his 2 outside runners to have a play at it. But as it is, he has returned them to the red zone.
Yeah, Johnny, I think he saw James Patterson come up expecting them to take it wide with that wraparound. Very clever decision there from London. And now all of a sudden Glendale back on the defensive.
Watch the little wrap. And again, it was pretty well defensed by Glendale up flat, and then London saw all that green behind, and again, a nice placement just 5 meters out. Good take and drive so far by Glendale on the line.
Set piece has been pretty good from both teams.
I like the way this Palmer College side is playing in the forward pack. They're doing well. Yeah, keeping that pressure on.
Big, combative, just what you want. Malifa looking to clear his lines. He does. It's a good kick. It's a good kick in that position from his own dead ball line. Still, Palmer now have another opportunity. I'd like to see some kind of move with their forwards off this line out, Brian, because I think that they have penetration there. And then they're going to bring a couple of forwards out into the back line. I think that's a good play. They've got some good strike running here.
Yeah, and the way Junk is hitting that line has just been fantastic when he gets that full head of steam from depth.
Against the throat. Glendale win it. Malifa clears. Goes over the head of the Palmer winger there, Tyler Copenhaver. He has to go back to retreat it right to his 22. Great kick from Malifa. Dinks it downfield. Patterson to retrieve. He does on the bounce. Looking, there's wide open spaces here. He's seen it himself. Not quite to the corner. And has he kicked it too far? Has he kicked it too far? I think he has. And that's going to be a... No, he's not ruling that. He said the ball had stopped. Well, I'm not sure about that.
I don't think he grounded that ball, though. You have to ground it. He just caught it, I think. Oh, he said he stopped. He said the ball stopped.
That's what I've judged.
So the next 10 minutes of action are brought to you by Lowe's Denver Hotel. Value is the new luxury. Fortunately, Lowe's deliver both. Lowe's Denver Hotel. Stringer, 22 dropout. Finds Clint Camp. Camp across to Malifa. Malifa reaches for it. Changes direction. A little chip over the top into space. Bounces. Stringer catches. Snap pocket behind his 22 and he kicks for touch. It's not a bad kick. Relieves a bit of pressure. We're out near the halfway line. In fact, so this is the kick to the in goal. Let's just have a look, and Brian, you tell me, does this ball stop moving?
Yeah, that's good heads-up play.
That ball has not stopped moving.
No, that call, you're right, and he did ground the ball. The referee missed that one.
So he's missed that, and that would have been a scrum back where Glendale had kicked it from, and that's a significant territorial and possession change. Malifa uses the width to Siegel. Nice take. Little hole there. It's the open side breakaway out there out wide. Feeds his winger beautifully. That's the number 11, Max Statler. He looks inside as well. Now Siegel with the ball. Well put together set piece there from Glendale. Good competition in this breakdown. It's messy from Glendale. Palmer make it very hard. Very hard for Glendale to get clean ball, and they've got their rewards.
Boy, hands in again by Glendale. And again, Palmer's winning the battle at the breakdown so far. Doing a very good job. Counter rucking.
So hands in the ruck there. That's a motion from the referee. Dallin, it feels to me like we've got, on the one hand, we've got the power of the Palmer forwards, and on the other hand, we've got the dexterity and the skill of the Glendale backs. Is that correct?
Yeah, Johnny. We've got a well-balanced team in Glendale. We've watched them all season, and they have a nice blend of forwards and backs. And as we saw there, Spencer Scott mixing in the back line as well. Nick Johnson, when he was playing, would do that a lot. Yep. And so they're threatening up front, and then they're threatening out wide. Now, the Palmer team, besides Junker in the centres, they don't pose too much of a threat out wide. They're very good at the breakdown. So, you know, I do favour Glendale at this stage.
Palmer line out. It's not great. It's not well executed. And they've lost possession, but it's messy from Glendale. He is a handful, LaRue, the target prop for Palmer. I'll tell you what. Malifa from a kickback. And that's Camp, I think it is, the number 8, taking the ball up. Trying to be strong in that pressure situation. And move the ball now. It's a number 9 from Glendale. Furlong caught in possession.
And again, look at the pressure.
Penalty. Another penalty at the breakdown. That's Manelli, number 6 from Palmer. Tell you what, they can test the breakdown like it's life or death.
Yep. They're keeping the pressure on, and again, they're not making it easy at all for this Glendale side to get anything going.
So here it is, Camp. He's isolated. You can see.
Well, it's Furlong when he picks up. This is where the pressure starts, right here. Yep, and then again, they're on their feet. They just get around him so quickly.
It's that problem when you get static or ball going backwards. You really do give the opposition or the defensive team the opportunity to get their hands in there and get a turnover if they're so inclined. It's important, isn't it, Dallin, to make sure when we make our breaks that we get little half breaks, get past defenders.
Absolutely, and then Furlong, if you pick the ball up and then look to pass, you're going to get nailed. You've got to pass from the deck at most times. But
good call. Chad London now. See if he can get Palmer on the scoreboard. Dear. Toohey's dragged to the left. It's a bit like your 3-iron, Dallin.
Yeah, not much of a golfer yet, you know. But it's a fantastic evening here in Divinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. Lots of young ladies and fans have come to support their teams in action. Lots of kids as well. It's just a wonderful complex here.
Certainly is. Certainly well put together complex. Nesse Malifa now with a 22. Nice footballing work there from Stringer. Takes it. Is he going for a drop goal? He is. It is nowhere near it. Patterson takes it in his 22. Has to think about passing. Doesn't. Can kick directly from touch in his own 22, and he does.
Well, speaking about Stringer, I'm going to head down gents and I'm going to chat to him at halftime. Another interesting situation where we have a team coached by one of the players.
Yeah, an interesting dynamic and a different captain on the field.
Absolutely. See you now, gents.
Thanks, Down. Palmer line out, just outside the Glendale 10-metre line. Jacob Myers to throw in, he does. Another poor line out that is taken by Glendale. He's almost thrown to Glendale. Malifa with the ball in hand, now they move it, he chips to the corner. Looking to get over the head, but he can't. Of the Palmer 15, Daniel Fitch. Fitch looks for a kick, puts it up high. Patterson underneath, takes it nicely. Moves it now long past to Malifa. Bearing down a nice step. 2 steps, 3 steps. In a little bit of traffic now, little offload. Does well. Awkward fall there. Malifa seems to have taken a nasty knock there. Picking himself back up. Glendale moving the boards. Patterson stepping in at first receiver because Malifa is down. He drills it, and that's a very nicely weighted grubber kick to take play into the Palmer territory about 5-7 yards from their 22-metre line.
Yeah, good awareness again by James Patterson. He's a good footballer, Johnny.
Yeah, and that's what you need. I mean, if you lose one of your playmakers, you need someone to step in. It might be through injury, it might be because he's caught in a ruck. You need someone else to step up and take that decision-making slot. And well played, because what else is smart about that play is they are getting monsters at breakdown. So why continue to recycle? Why not play possession so you can get a cheap, and also get a cheap possession from the line-out? Because their line-out from Palmer is not functioning that well, but they win that one. It goes through London. London, big right boot. Drills it down towards the Palmer 22. Stays in. Patterson has it in his 22. He looks to drill it down the sideline. He does. He's found touch into the crowd, just about on the halfway line.
Well, I thought that ball was going to go into touch. It looked like a beautiful kick by Chad London. Would have picked up about 50 meters, but good reply by Patterson. Brings it back up to midfield. And you know, Nessie on that play, he got hurt. I was looking at the pass, the long pass from James Patterson. It was kind of a poor pass, but Nessie had the wherewithal to look at the Palmer players coming up in defense.
Have a conference and come back in, and then we'll have to go free kick for wasting time. So there's your warning. Got it? Thank you.
Quick warning by the referee, but Nessie did a great job. Knew where that defense was when that ball actually landed in his hands. This should be a good shot of this line out for Palmer.
Jacob Myers.
That's straight. Referee said play on. It's going to go to Glendale.
Glendale taking the ball forward with it with the big man. That's the number 4. Matt Dubek taking the ball on. There's Furlong going to short side. Nice. Picks up Slavey. It was awkward for him, but he did well. The Roo competing hard. Again, Furlong uses the forwards again. It's the hooker. Moali. One-man ruck. Did well. Furlong to Malifa. Malifa deep. Uses the width. Poor pass. And a little knock on there from Siegel. Well, that's disappointing because it was a well put together piece of play there from Glendale from the turnover of the line-out. It was Justin Ponga. And he... just poor execution, really, Viz.
Yep. And we've, you know, I've seen Glendale on a number of occasions this year play, and Palmer is really putting them under a lot of pressure. Yeah, just a little bit too far in front. Poor execution. They had a couple of men out wide. DeJuan Reed, James Patterson, and again, I think you got to credit Palmer for the pressure they've been putting this Glendale team under.
Okay, Locks. Touch. Pause.
Well, look at that. Rock steady.
Great scrum. London. Little show. Inside past the winger. Beats one. Nice. Little offload to Stringer. Stringer to London. Running through the hole. Big gap. Is he going all the way? Ball under his arm now. Good tackle. Little offload. Oh, what happened there? I wasn't sure. Was it a knock on or not? No. Yes, it was. Penalty, in fact. Great break from London. Stringer goes quickly. They're certainly not back 10. He's looking for Junk. He doesn't need him. Brushes off one. Going for the line. Did he make it? No, he's just caught. Junk there to recycle the ball. The Palmer forwards have arrived. They're appealing for a try.
I think Junk was in.
And time off, says the referee.
Well, I think Junk grounded that ball.
I couldn't see. I was unsighted, Viz. You're going to have to call this one for me. Let's listen to the ref and the touchy.
Go on.
14 blue, hands in the ruck.
Yeah, we're going back for the penalty up over here.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Time on. That's held up. We're going back for the penalty.
So not a score, according to the officials, but we're going back for the penalty in front of the posts, virtually, which was for hands in the ruck after Chad London's fantastic break through the middle.
Well, and you can tell Luke Stringer wants to keep this fast pace up by this Palmer side. He did the quick tap penalty, nearly was rewarded with a try. It certainly looked like a try to me, and but referee was right there. This should be a definite 3-pointer, and I think they need points. I mean, there's only a minute left in this first half. There's still very much in this ball game at 8-0, but Chad Lennon, this will boost his confidence too after a couple of easy misses, and it'll get this Palmer College team on the board. 8-3 at the half, possibly.
Seven they wanted, 3 they got. Palmer has 3, Glendale have 8 points. And this is the break by Stringer after the quick tap. Bounces out a 1. Right on the try line there. Thinks to reach out, realizes he can't. It's Junk then coming in.
Yeah, I think
and he goes for the line, and I think he scored that try.
I do too. Yep.
And that's a big call from both officials who were not far away from it. Glendale, scare, survive. Malifa kicks off. Time is up. There's a knock on there from Glendale, and that will probably be the end of the half.
This will be your last set piece, boys.
No, they're going to have the set piece. Well, that's twice today that we've had set pieces after time is up. Be that as it may, Palmer have a choice.
Last set piece, boys.
They're going to have a go, they're going to kick it out. We're all going to go and have a glass of water and an orange. What did you used to have at halftime, Viz?
Pardon me?
What did you used to have at halftime? Oranges?
Just water for me.
Tea?
No, just water.
Or are you a bit like Racing Club in France and you have the champagne at halftime in the big games?
No, we didn't
come out on a silver tray.
We didn't have the budget that Belmont Shore had.
Halftime.
There we go. Stringer kicks it out. We have halftime. So that's half-time in this second semi-final. We have Glendale on 8 points and Palmer on 3.
Yeah, Johnny, I really like the way that this Palmer team is putting the pressure on this Glendale side. They really haven't been under this kind of pressure in the games we've seen so far this year, and it's really forced some unforced errors by this Glendale side.
So I think we can go down now to Dallin Stanford, who's on the sideline with Luke Stringer, the co-coach of Palmer, and the halfback.
Yes, I hear with Luke, it's a tough half, but you guys won the battle of the breakdown.
Yes, I believe so. We trained hard on that. We knew we could commit numbers, and we thought that's an area we could work on. I think we're getting over the ball and holding on. That ref's just not giving us the whistle, but we're just going to keep it up and try and slow them down as much as we can.
What are you going to say to your charges for the second half?
I believe with a better team, we've got a lot of possession. I think they're going to come hard, so we need to ride this storm and then be composed in the red zone. We're going away from our patterns and we're just panicking a little. I think if we just hold on to the ball, go through our phases, then the score will come. I think right now we're just pushing it a little bit.
Yeah. Thanks very much. All the best for the second half. Okay, cheers, Luke. All the back to you guys.
Well, thanks, Dallin. So we'll be back after this short break. We'll have a halftime show and some little analysis on the action we've seen so far. We'll catch up with you soon.
You're so good looking. I can't wait to photograph you while you're sleeping. I wonder if I should get a ladder. Do you have any pets? Because after you break up with me, I'll probably try to kidnap them. Oh, shoot. I gotta meet my boyfriend. But I'll call you like 600 times tonight, okay?
Lowe's Denver Hotel, located in Cherry Creek, a unique 4-diamond experience awaits you. Dining with local flair and flavor, supremely comfortable accommodations and vibrant spaces throughout, the Lowe's Denver Hotel delivers unsurpassed service for you, your kids, and your pets. Lowe's Denver Hotel, your gateway to a true mile-high welcome.
Coro e coro, anche se sfide sono scorreggianti, e un modo nemici, non posso spiegare il mio energia, io devo preservare, così io posso saltare i miei nemici.
Gaming consoles, especially older ones, can use as much energy as a full-size refrigerator. So turn your game's power management settings on and be sure to unplug when you're done. So when the energy bill comes, you win.
Our Wells Fargo team members have their own definition of banker's hours. In a time when budgets are being cut for our schools, parks, and other important programs, we believe commitment to our communities is more vital than ever. And that's why every day, our people give thousands of hours to the communities we serve. 1.3 million just last year. Wells Fargo, with you when your community needs a hand. To find out how we can help in your community, visit wellsfargo.com.